Hello and welcome to my YouTube page where everything right now is Sally Face. I figure why not top that off with doing a nice makeup tutorial for you guys. Honestly, my Sal makeup is not that good. There are other cosplayers who do it way better than I do that I absolutely adore. But I do have my sort of own way of doing it, so why don't I share that with you guys today? Let's get to it. Okay, so ignore how red my cheeks are right now because it is so hot in my apartment, but I start with my contact lenses. I have no idea where they're from, I do not remember. Okay, so after I put my contacts in, I use my foundation and I just cover my face just like anybody else would. I use Dermablend in the lightest shade. Now that I've put my foundation on, I am going to move on to my concealer. I don't bother putting any foundation on my forehead because it's covered by a wig anyway, and for this makeup we don't really care if it's super even because we're going to be putting a bunch of stuff on our face. So just conceal anywhere that you normally would before we go in and put our fake dark circles on. Just as a guide for anyone who might want one, this is usually where I conceal my face. My concealer is a little light for my face right now because it's summer and I have a tan, which usually doesn't happen because I usually don't go outside. Obviously, I'm not a professional. So for this particular cosplay, I do contour quite heavily because just the quality of the game. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette in the darkest one and just a contouring brush. So in this case, I am actually going to show you where I contour. So I do right here and then up, and it should be in a 3 shape, so up, down, and then down your jaw. I also contour my jaw pretty heavily because I don't have very good bone structure, which I say in every single video that I make, but if this is your first one watching of me, I don't have good bone structure and I like to pretend that I do, so I contour super heavily. Most of my tutorials are not really ones I would wear makeup to like conventions and stuff. This would be just like at home making videos or taking pictures, but I probably for this one would wear this to a convention. So now that I've contoured a jawline, I'm going to cover both sides of the brush, tap it, and now I'm going to contour my eye with a big fluffy brush. So starting right here, just dab it on, and then do little circles. Come down the side of the nose, give yourself a nice dark under eye, like that. See? Man, the confidence I have with this brush. For somebody who could mess up any second. Get right up under your brow. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. This is usually about the time I start asking myself, why do I bother doing this? Because my eyes are really sore and I can't see anything because I've got makeup in them. Okay, so I'm taking this flat floofy brush, same color. So under the nose, I'm just going to contour nice and dark to make my nose look a little flatter. And then on the side of that brush, I'm going to under my lip. And then I'm also going to do the bridge of my nose. Okay, and that's my contour for him. This is a pretty important step, so I wouldn't skip it. Then I put some lip balm on. Now I'm gonna do some dark circles. I use a combination of the James Charles palette and my gingerbread palette. So starting off, I'm going to use the color Gingerbread Glam in the gingerbread palette. This is not a very common palette, but if you can see, it's just kind of like a light brown color. And then I'm going to put it on my outer lid and bring it under my eye as well. Just like that, and now we're gonna do it on the other eye. So basically what we're doing is we're just adding more contour to the eyelid, except we're using an eyeshadow instead. Now I'm gonna use the color Cookie Call. It's just a dark brown, so just use a dark brown. And doing sort of the same thing, except I'm using a thinner brush, and this time I'm going under the eye, like so. So this is the same thing, but under the eye instead of on top of it. So just like that, and we're gonna do it on the other side. So now that we've done that, we're gonna take our fingers, and we're gonna rub the makeup down like that. So I am gonna take a little bit of that dark brown and put it on my upper lid as well to create some definition in all of the brown on my lid. Pretty much like that. As we go, we'll probably build up a little more color. Okay, so this is where the James Charles palette comes in. None of my other palettes have a black color in them, only this one. So we're basically going to be taking the black color in that palette and we're gonna be putting it under our eyelid, just like we did with the brown, except a little thinner and a little closer to the eye. So for now we are all done with the eyeshadows and stuff. I am gonna go in with, I use Kat Von D, use another brand if you want to. It's just a red cream gel. You can use anything, any kind of makeup that's a cream gel. I apply it with my finger first, make sure your hands are clean. At this point I basically just Todoroki Prince Zuko it and I just cover around my eye. I do my right eye because I think it's been stated before that it's his right side of his face that's like kind of fucked up. And then I just create a circle, a really like uneven kind of messed up circle around my eye. So I just put a clump of it on my finger like that and then lightly tap it around the corners to create like jagged edging. And then with my fingernail, with less on my finger, I'm gonna make a line like that. I always make my first line with my finger usually. You can use a brush if you want. So it should look something like this. And I did realize that I forgot to do my eyebrows. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills in Ebony Brown. Do your eyebrows however you want. I like to do like a thick dark brow for him. You could do polka brow, you could do no eyebrows, totally your decision. So this is the kind of brow I do for him. It's just a normal brow. And now that I look like Prince Zuko Pennywise Jr., I am going to take this liner from Rimmel. I have no idea. It's Mauve Shimmer in 009 or something. It's just an eyeliner. I just start making like lines down my face through my lip. These are different every single time that I do them. Literally just keep making lines until you're satisfied with the shape and everything of them. I just like make them randomly. So if you want to, you can pause it and see where I put all of my lines. They are always different every time I do them though. Realistically, if Sal was a real person, his face would be a lot more messed up than this. This is just, it's a cosplay, you know? I'm wearing a mask like 90% of the time I'm wearing it anyway. So after I get all my lines in, I'm going to go in with either a dark brown or a black. I use a dark brown. And I'm going to just fill in some of the spots inside these lines. You're going to want to be really careful about trying to get inside the line, not on the outside of it, just to create definition. So as you can see, it just kind of darkened them up a little bit. I also try to make the lines a little thicker closer to the eye. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go in with a white liner and I'm going to do a line on the outside area of each one of these, or as many as I can handle. So I've done some white lines on the outside of most of them. Now I'm gonna take the white and I'm gonna make little lines on my lips. This will help create the appearance of dryness. And then I'm gonna take just the white and do a couple little random lines throughout it to make like little tiny miniature scars. Okay, so obviously the red around my eye is a little bit bright compared to the rest of it. So I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and a little bit of black makeup on it. This is just the same eyeshadow I used before. And then this is covered in cat fur. That's hot. Okay, I'm going to grab a different one. And I'm just going to dab around it. I'll build up the consistency to be what I want it to be. So I'm going to take this brush I used for my eyebrows. I'm going to put a little black makeup on it. So I'm making sort of a V shape on my lip. That. And then I'm going to do the same thing on my nose. Just like that. So back to my gingerbread palette. I'm going to use the Hot Tamale one. It's sort of like a reddish pinkish color. And I'm going to use that to make my mouth look a little longer. Some people will do this by using black. I don't like to do that because I find it too dark. But I'm also super insecure about my lips because they're so small, so I'm gonna take one more good look, make sure that I like how it looks, and now I'm gonna go put my wig on. Hello! Okay, so this is pretty much what the finished look looks like. I don't usually wear this wig up in a ponytail, but I thought it would be cute because I am wearing young Sal's outfit. On top of that, I also do have liquid latex that I will sometimes wear as him. I do not always wear it as him. If you do choose to use liquid latex, please use little cups and Q-tips to apply it because if it gets on something, it never comes out. You just apply it to the area where you want it to be, and then let it dry and then build it up, and then eventually you can pull it and it'll make little holes in the face. I'm not going to demonstrate it today because I am actually wearing this out. However, liquid latex, super cheap online. You can buy it as Spirit brand during Halloween. This brand is not amazing, but it's fine. I also went back and did an extra line on my cheek because I thought it would look good. So while I'm here, I am also going to mention to you guys that as of uploading this, I do have a giveaway going on right now for a Sal mask on my Instagram page. Feel free to go to my Instagram page, which is in the description, and join. It is going to be a completely random draw, so it doesn't matter who you are as long as you are comfortable giving me your address so that I can ship it to you, because I'm going to put all the names in a name generator and it's going to choose one randomly. Whoever is chosen is going to be the winner. So it's for this specific mask. I made this in my last video where I did a tutorial on how to make it, so even if you don't win, I still have the tutorial up. It shows you how to assemble the entire thing. So yeah, you should join that. Also, feel free to make requests because I want to make YouTube videos, but I am very unoriginal and I have zero ideas. Feel free to check out some of my other videos where we've done CMVs, we pierced my ears on camera as Sal and Larry, and yeah, request stuff, subscribe, and like and comment, because this is fun for me. And it's more fun for me when I have a community of people to encourage and motivate me. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one or on Instagram. Bye!